Boeing leaving here and leaving all of the places between South Carolina and Seattle.
Companies like Kerry are firing their workers and moving to Mexico. Ford is moving all of its small car production, announced 2 weeks ago, to Mexico. General Motors laid off 1,151 workers in Moraine and moved their jobs to Mexico. Mauricia laid off 356 workers in Troy and moved their jobs to Mexico. Delphi laid off 5,805. What's with Delphi? And moved their jobs to Mexico.
Now, those were examples of President-elect Trump, candidate Trump at the time, by the way, going after individual companies. The latest target is Toyota. Here's the tweet about Toyota. Toyota Motors said it will build new plant in Baja, Mexico to build Corolla cars for U.S. No way. Build plant in U.S. or pay big border tax. Texas Republican Congressman Louie Gohmert is with us. Louie, this is not what we expect from a man in a position of authority, to go after individual companies and tell them how to run their business. Are you comfortable with it?
I'm not comfortable with government telling businesses how they must run. That gave us the debacle of Obamacare. But you know, if you look at the messaging coming from the other side this week, first of all, on Obamacare, number one, they're all out there saying the Republican plan is going to make America sick again. And our second point is the Republicans have no plan. So then when it comes to the wall, it's you can't possibly build a wall down there. And number two, when you build the wall, we don't think you can get Mexico to pay for it. I've been saying for months, yeah, you could build a wall on a lot of it, and we should, and he can probably get Mexico to pay. He keeps
sounds like you're
saying
used
things
to
that
it.
drive people out of that.
Are you getting used to a very unconventional presidency?
Well, initially I was bothered by his tweeting, and I know there are some saying it needs to stop, but then when you realize it allows him to have the last word over the New York Times, that may not be such a bad thing, you know, because all America doesn't listen to your show, or they would know what they need to be thinking. And, yeah.
Congressman, hold on for a second. I'm going to play a soundbite from Speaker Paul Ryan, who's very agitated about the UN vote against Israel. Roll tape.
Yeah.
I am stunned. I am stunned at what happened last month. This government, our government, abandoned our ally Israel when she needed us the most. Do not be fooled. This UN Security Council resolution was not about settlements, and it certainly was not about peace. It was about one thing and one thing only: Israel's right to exist as a Jewish democratic state. It is time to repair the damage done by this misguided hit job at the UN.
Congressman Gohmert, can the damage be undone? You're in Congress. Can you reverse this? I don't think you can.
It's going to be tough, but I think that we can patch up our relationship with Israel. The problem is what this guy's doing with the rest of the world, joining forces with Israel's enemies, with the anti-Israeli, the bigoted anti-Jewish coalition that's coming back alive in the world. I would never have dreamed after World War II it could come back this quickly. But it has, and unfortunately, as usual, the president and John Kerry are on the wrong side. And how do we know that it's bigoted? Because they've never said anything about, gee, before 67, somebody else should have given land to the Palestinians. He only goes after the Israelis. So I think we can repair the damage, and I try to talk to folks within the Israeli government, and they know the administration coming in is not going to be their enemy. And I think they're looking forward to the days ahead if they can just get through the next days until the January 20th. The problem is, and I got this message yesterday, they're scared to death what this president is going to do, because if he tries to recognize Palestine, it's going to get more people killed. He's already gotten 4 times more of our military killed in Afghanistan than Commander Bush did. And he's going to get people killed in the Middle East because of the stance he's taken already.
Congressman Louie Gohmert
just needs to stop before he gets more people killed.
Okay, Congressman Louie Gohmert, thanks for being with us.